Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton and today we're joined by Melanie Miller. How are you, Melanie?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Charlie.
Of course, you're in your TMZ Celebrity Tour shirt.
Yes.
What a fashion statement.
I love the TMZ Celebrity Tour.
You do?
Yes. It's where I started. It's where you started.
It's where I started.
You caught Cher on the TMZ Celebrity Tour.
One of my first tours, I actually saw Cher, yeah.
You're a legend.
Ugh, stop it, Melanie.
I love the tour. It's my favorite thing here at TMZ.
Wow.
I'd be a tour guide forever if I could.
I don't think Harvey listens to the podcast, Melanie.
Oh.
So you don't have to say that stuff. Okay. I am really into these stories today.
Yeah.
Sometimes I pretend to be. Today I really mean it. The two best looking people in the world, potentially, they're getting divorced, which is bad for them, good for everybody else, I guess, who's single and looking. Big news, supermodel Gigi Hadid was arrested for marijuana possession. The Gladiator 2, the sequel to that big blockbuster movie, they're running into more problems over in Malta.
Yeah.
But to begin with, we're going to talk about the selfie that stopped the Miranda Lambert show. Because this story keeps on like unraveling and it's like an onion, you know? Like you want to cry and unpeel and cry and unpeel and cry, right?
Yeah, you love this.
I don't know why this story really gets me because yesterday a story comes out.
Yeah.
Miranda Lambert stops her show because there are women, or I don't know if we even knew there were women at the time. There's people in the front row taking a selfie. And she stopped her show to stop these people.
To scold them.
To scold them.
To yell.
To yell.
To make them feel really bad about themselves.
Facts. So let's listen. This is yesterday when this video came out. I had one opinion and I've changed my opinion. But let's listen to Miranda Lambert now.
Okay.
Something bound to fall apart. I'm going to stop right here for a sec, Danny. I'm sorry. These girls are worried about their selfie and not listening to the song. It's pissing me off a little bit. Shall we start again?
So when that video comes out, I'm thinking, get on with the show, Miranda.
Yeah.
Just let people enjoy the concert however they enjoy the concert.
It's very dramatic.
It is because people do take selfies at concerts and other events.
And like, to be honest, so this selfie is new, but this is a great photo and it's one that people want to get. Like,
so the
it's
photo,
amazing.
We have the photo now. We got the selfie that stopped the show.
Yeah.
So, and it provides a lot more evidence, I think, that is helpful for Miranda Lambert.
True.
Because there are 6 women in this photo.
Yeah.
They're in the front row. This is like
It's not quite the front row because you can see that guy's head behind the girl in the black.
Okay, you're showing what side you're on. But yes, you're right. I think actually you're right.
Okay.
I didn't realize that.
That's
yes.
okay.
Yes, you are right. They're on some sort of, it's one of the frontish rows.
It's very close.
And they're at one of these tables where you sit down and there's wine and they're standing up in front of everybody. And for a good long while, there are 6 women. It's not even a selfie. It's like a glamour photo shoot. During her show, during her song, I assumed that they were looking at Miranda and kind of taking it with their hand out backwards.
Yeah.
But no, they're standing with their back to Miranda.
Yeah.
And not even looking at the show. These are gross women. I'm not talking about their appearance. I'm talking about the action.
I know what you were saying.
Okay.
But here, I feel like I'm on 2 sides of the fence, and I really am not sure how I feel about this because it did go on forever. It is outrageous. And it feels a bit ridiculous. However, it's such a good photo. And it just, the truth of the world is life is about content now. And they got great content. So it's like, they're not actually front row, which it would have been outrageous if they were front row.
What difference does it make? They're blocking people. They're blocking people.
I know, but this is a really good photo to get.
Well, I think like kind of the ringleader of the 6 has spoken out now and posted this selfie. She spoke out. She says stuff like, these are the 2 pictures we were taking when Miranda Lambert stopped her concert and told us to sit down and not take selfies. I feel like she was determined to make us look like we were young, immature, and vain, but we were grown women in our 30s to 60s trying to take a picture. Mean to the 60-year-old to like say her age, to out her age.
Yeah.
But I've completely flipped. I was team selfie and now I'm team Miranda.
I'm team straddling the fence. And I know that's
Oh.
a bad position to be, but I really see both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's really annoying for Miranda, but it's like, okay, like just let it go. Like you can't just like look somewhere else.
Miranda Lambert, her line of vision is straight at
Yeah.
these 6 women with their backs to her.
I want to bring up another point though. So
Please.
I sent this in to the office and I don't know if you saw, I'll send it to you guys, but there's a video from 2019 where she pops a beach ball because the beach ball was flying around. And I just think it's like, she doesn't like fun.
Oh, you say that she's shown character flaws before at shows?
Yes.
Okay, I mean, the beach ball thing is interesting evidence.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I feel the need to defend people that take selfies because I am also one of these people, Charlie. Even celebrities, they get dressed up not for themselves, but for the photo, for the paparazzi.
Yeah, but you're not just getting dressed up for a shot. You're interrupting something. You're showing a disrespect for the person who's holding the event and for the crowd who's also watching the event.
Okay, let me just. What if this is the only part of the show where she was at the perfect place where she was in the background? This photo is so.
What do you mean? She's on a stage and there's a microphone standing there. You can take the photo anytime. Why not at the end of the song? You stand up, quickly take the shot.
Fine. Okay. All right. Fine. They could have done it better.
Team Miranda. Big time Team Miranda. Anyway, we'll see if there's more onion layers to... I think we've probably got to the center of the onion by now.
I hope we did.
Okay, let's see. Stay tuned. All right. Gigi Hadid. She has just been released, having been arrested in the Cayman Islands for marijuana possession. It is quite a shocking story. She flew into the Cayman Islands on July 10th, and she had an unspecified amount of weed on her. I don't know if it was just like those little pens people suck or...
Well, they said they had paraphernalia too, right?
Yeah, she was caught with, as the Cayman Island officials say, ganja and utensils used for consumption of ganja. I don't know if that's a knife and fork.
Utensils. I think it's like one of the, what's the...
It could be a pipe.
Yeah, pipe. Probably a pipe,
It could be a little pipe, a little bong, because...
Oh, or the grinder.
It could be a grinder. Look at you with your weed knowledge.
Thank you.
She was on a private jet on the way there, so I think she probably thought she could get away with a bit more than, you or I might if we were going to travel with it.
Oh, yeah, because they don't go through the private jet flights, do they?
Well, apparently they go through the private jet flights. They went through her bag,
This changes everything for me about Gigi Hadid. I kind of really love her now.
I like it too.
Yeah.
I like it too. I mean, so I don't know how much it was or, in what form, but obviously officials arrested her. Her and her friend had to spend some time in their little jail there.
In jail? Gigi Hadid in jail?
In a prisoner detention center.
Did she have to put on the orange jumpsuit and eat the food in the prison cells?
I have no idea.
I want to know everything.
I want to know everything too, because then her friend and her were pleaded guilty in some sort of little court at the Cayman Islands and had to pay $1,000, fine. It is a very interesting story because a lot of people these days have somewhat of a dependence on weed.
Yeah.
Myself included.
How much of a dependence do you have, would you say?
I'd say a big dependence. Like I use it to get to sleep. I use it, recreationally.
Do you use it to wake up?
I use it, not on work days, Melanie. Unless I want to be particularly funny that day.
It's like it's a part of the job. We should be allowed to smoke weed, huh?
I actually feel a lot more sort of brilliant on weed. So Gigi's luckily not facing any additional charges. This is the end of it now. Gigi's rep actually gave a statement. She said, Gigi was traveling with marijuana purchased legally in NYC with a medical license. It has also been legal for medical use in Grand Cayman since 2017. Her record remains clear and she enjoyed the rest of her time on the island.
This is so cool.
Such a good story. Okay, moving on. Sofia Vergara and Joe Manganiello, two of the world's best looking people, they're headed for divorce, unfortunately. They've been together for 7 years. They got together back in 2014, engaged 6 months later, married in 2015. That equals 7 years of marriage, apparently. I'm not good at maths, but they've unfortunately broken up. I mean, it's one of these old chestnuts where, competing schedules. he apparently was just like a fun-loving kid-like guy from all reports. That's what people say. He was just like, he's like a big child apparently, likes video games, like having fun. And she apparently is more serious or people say that she's kind of the opposite of Joe, which is what, sparked their romance in the first place. But now they've drifted apart. It's sad to see, like, they were like the it couple of Hollywood for a good while.
It's not just sad to see them divorcing. I feel like every marriage is just falling apart.
Ariana Grande,
Excuse me.
it's making you sick.
I know. I feel it's tearing me apart from the inside out.
It is.
I don't know. Is love real? Is there a chance? Like, I look at you and it seems like you have the perfect family, the perfect relationship, the perfect child. And if you guys fail, forget it.
Well,
I'm over.
don't worry about that, Melanie.
Okay.
We're solid.
You are?
We're no Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez.
But I thought Joe and Sofia were solid. I thought Taylor and Joe Alwyn were solid.
Based on what, though? Based on what?
The love song she wrote about them.
Oh, the love songs.
I thought that love is real. And this year has proven to us Reese Witherspoon and her husband. It's all fake.
Are you crying or your eyes just watering because you're not feeling under the weather? Your eyes are glossy right now. You didn't have to do the podcast today if you were really feeling sick.
I'm not feeling sick.
Oh, you just sound sick.
I just sound
Great.
sick.
This is a audio. Anyway, love does exist.
No,
I'm sorry for you that they broke up. People had a bit of an inkling for a while because she's away on vacation. It's her 51st birthday.
And he's not there?
He's not there, but also some of the photos she's been posting, it's like thirst traps. I mean, I'm here for it, but they're like thirst traps. Like
that gives me pause that, like, he's the one that called this off, because I've done this before where I want a male's attention and I just post the best photos I have. And that's what she's doing right now. She's like, well, see?
Yes.
This is what you're missing.
Yes.
I'm going to win you back.
That's the trick to it all. Just post the thirst traps and the guys come running.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
It's true.
Does that work?
Yeah, it does work.
Does it work the other way if guys post thirst traps and the girls come running? Isn't it a bit like, I don't like look at me culture. It's kind of, you know what I mean? Just like,
no, but it's what we're
I don't like thirst traps. I like accidental thirst traps, not sort of like, oh, this is the same conversation again.
Oh, you're such a liar, though.
What?
Because you look at hot models on Instagram all day long and you're like, I don't like looking at hot. Are you joking?
I mean, yeah, you got me. I do like looking at some thirst traps.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
You can't just have it both ways.
But I also judge their character. You know what I mean? I want it both ways.
You're judging your character when you're looking at hot girls' photos?
No, probably not at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Good point, I guess. I'm not sure.
Sometimes we just have to do what works. And if you want to make change, you have to go to extremes.
Yes.
And if she's posting those photos.
It's like sending out the bat signal or whatever they say.
Yeah.
It's
a little of both. I'm looking for other guys to see these. And I also want to make Joe Manganiello, or whatever you say his name, feel real, real dumb.
I like Manganiello.
Okay.
It's No, I've forgotten what it is. Manganiello.
I don't know.
Also, a little bit of other evidence people had was for her birthday, he just put up like a not great photo and said, Feliz Cumpleaños.
Yikes.
So everyone was like, that's not a very warm birthday message to your...
He only did it because he didn't want, like, us to catch on.
Well, you can't not post, you know?
Yeah.
You can't not post. But then to post something just saying happy birthday, that's almost worse than not posting because it's like, where's that love you? Or like, my life is so good. He didn't feel it. He just didn't feel it. But anyway, they're donezo. I always think like, who's next? Who are they going to date next? You know?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's free. Ariana Grande's free.
Yeah.
Who's free for Sofia Vergara? Tom Brady's free. Maybe Sofia and Tom. I could see that working. All right, well, some good matchmaking here today. If we get any of those right, I'm going to claim that it was all our doing.
Okay.
Final story of the day. PETA is at it again. That animal welfare group. God love them. They really, really love animals. They're angry with Gladiator 2 because if you've seen any of those photos from back in the Gladiator times, I'm joking, like paintings or I don't even know how we know, but they fought animals. There was lots of animals involved in Gladiator times.
Oh, because they like sent the lions and tigers out and you'd try to survive.
They'd fought them. They'd go on horseback a lot, you know?
Yeah.
Horseback, when they do jousting, I think that's on horseback.
Yeah. Oh, the medieval times.
Yeah, that's how they get around as well. That's their cars back then, is
Yeah.
horses. So you need a lot of these animals there.
Were horses meant to be ridden? Is that what like the purpose was?
What do you mean the purpose? God didn't invent them for us to ride them.
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm not like being a PETA advocate here. I'm just saying
It sounds like you are.
they weren't invented by anyone.
No, but
They
like
just-
back in the day, like hunters and gatherers, like we eat too much meat, like because it was harder to get meat because you had to like bow and arrow meat. Like back in the day, like we didn't have cars, so like horses might have been like the evolutionary way to get around, right?
Damn, sucks for horses just to be like our cars. Like,
I'm not calling them props, but I'm just saying.
all right, okay. What about
Right?
what about camels? What were they invented
They were
for?
designed with the humps. They were designed, right?
For us to be sat on.
I think.
That's what they were designed for.
Yeah.
Well, they're not happy, PETA, because a whistleblower on set told him about a horse that collapsed. You know, one of his legs gave out, potentially because it's very, very hot in Malta.
Okay.
Very, very hot. So PETA's saying, let's get rid of all the animals from Gladiator. Let them, roam the open pastures. Use CGI animals, please. And
No. I mean, listen, I do love animals. I'm vegan. But I think if you just treat them with respect
yeah,
and maybe like if it's hot in Malta, put them in some air conditioner.
just wear air conditioner, maybe some ice jackets for the horse.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe a hat.
Oh. Yeah. A little groom, a little bath.
Yeah, a bath, ice bath
Like,
for the horse.
maybe like they could take care of the animals that usually wouldn't get taken care of.
I agree. Like, if these animals are working in like really hot or that sucks. And,
Yeah.
and that's got to be amended. But also, you do need animals sometimes to tell stories. And like, how do you make a movie about a zoo and not use animals?
I think if they like give back to the animals and maybe like set up a fund for them
Mm?
or something and make their lives better,
Yes.
then we can come to a happy, what's it called when you come together?
Compromise?
Compromise.
Yeah. I like that. I like give a little bit of money. Because there's also monkeys being used in the movie, and I don't know why monkeys are used in Gladiator, but I don't think Gladiators fought monkeys, or I'm not sure. You'll have to tune to see the movie, but but it's just interesting. Like PETA's are really good at making news. They're really good at like
Yeah.
getting on podcasts and stuff.
I think that they also like look for opportunities.
Yes, to be like an agitation
But-
agent at PETA would be such a good job.
But that's what they're trying to do because they're trying to stay in the headlines because they want to affect change. So I'm not hating on them.
I don't think I'm hating on them. No, I'm not hating on them. Sometimes I do when they like throw flour or blood at people and, you try to like get rid of their coats. I mean, I understand, honestly, a lot of their motivations I'm on board with, but
Yeah.
some of their actions are pretty crazy. But to be one of those people like sitting around the boardroom table going, how are we going to stir things up this week?
I
It'd be
mean,
kind of fun, actually.
Truly, God bless PETA because that Pete Davidson voicemail that we got out of that whole situation, I listened to
When he gets angry
regularly.
at PETA for like buying a dog.
So good.
It's so good.
It's
Well,
so good. Pete shouldn't even be mad that got released. I think people
I liked that
love
one
him
too.
more for that.
all right. Well, I mean, good luck to you, PETA. I hope you don't win this fight, but good luck to you anyway.
I hope you win the fight and give money to the horsies and put them in ice coats.
Yes, and even though they're meant to ride, like they've been designed to ride, just don't ride them, right?
Not in New York,
Not in New York.
but like in like on the country.
Yes, ride the horses in the country if it's for a particular use. Okay, I like that, Melanie. Thank you very much for joining me.
Sorry if I get you sick.
That's okay. Well, it's not okay. Good luck on the TMZ Celebrity Tour.
Sorry, everyone.
Okay, thank you very much, Melanie. See you later. Bye.
Bye bye.